Hi, this is Leif Hurst with the CoVerica Agency Alliance, and wanted to record a quick video this afternoon just talking about scanners. Whenever we get a scanner, we do extensive testing just to make sure it's not going to be a problem for us. And really, one of the things I'm looking for is, can I change the default settings of the scanner? Because these things are shipping to us at what I would call like wedding photo quality. Like if I were going to try to scan in and archive wedding photos, I don't need massively detailed files if I'm just sitting in here scanning in insurance policies and submissions and things like that. So I would say in our agency, it's like 99.5% of all documentation is scanned in color, or I'm sorry, scanned in black and white, because it's all text documents. So just to give you a real quick example, these are three documents that were scanned in. This is a 29-page submission that I scanned in three different times, and this is the one that was set to us to scan. This is the way that the scanner was first set up for us. And so out of the box, installed, this is the first thing I ever shot through it. And this guy is coming in at 17,357 kilobytes. The thing that you need to know is about for every roughly 1,000 kilobytes, you get a megabyte. And where we end up having problems is if you were to ever try to send this file to someone and through an email, if this is over 10,000 or 10,000 kilobytes or 10 megabytes, you're going to end up having an issue getting that email through to your party. Email was not really designed for large file send. It was designed for email with attachments, but it wasn't designed for such large, massive files. And whenever we're talking about size, it has nothing to do with page numbers. I've had 600-page documents come into us under the 10 megabyte, 10,000 kilobyte limit. We've sent files out that big. I've also had files sent to us that was a 2-page document and blew the limit. It blew the limit out of the water. So it all comes down into how detailed you have your scanner set to scan. And so I'm going to open mine up and take a look at it real fast. So I'm going to move this out of the way real fast. So by default, this came in at color and best, which yielded a 17,357 kilobyte. That's way over our file size limit document. If you were to try to email this to us or email it to anyone using a Microsoft Exchange hosted server, which is about 90% of the market, Microsoft always tells IT administrators, set your file size attachments to 10 megabytes for a healthy server. If you do any larger than that, your server can go down. So that's how we have ours set up. And so this yielded that file size, the exact same file in black and white and set to normal, yielded a 1.2 megabyte or 1198 kilobyte file. Exact same file, exact same 29 pages. In fact, if I were to open these up, there's my color one, there's my black and white. And a little difference in the clarity. I will admit the black and white one's a little more fuzzy. Still very, very legible though. I mean, we can all see, each individual letter. We can all see numbers. So I think we're good there. We have all of ours set up in our office as black and white with the lowest resolution size. And by lowest, you're really looking for something in like the 150 to 200, maybe 300 DPI range for the resolution setting. And what that means is that in a square inch, there's that many dots can make up color or black and white or whatever it is. And so that's what we're looking for. So with that said, I'm going to just real quick scan in an example. So I'm going to change this. So I have it set to its lowest setting. I have it set to black and white. There is even auto settings on here. I'm not crazy about auto settings, and the reason why is because if a producer were to go in here and highlight something, I don't want it to misconstrue that highlight as the entire thing needs to be color. So I like to just force it into black and white. So, but whenever we're looking at scanners, I'm always looking for something that I can set this once and never have to do it again. A lot of the HP stuff that's out there, they changed it a couple years ago, and it just drove me crazy. We stopped buying HP because of it. is the default settings were you could go in there and change it, but as soon as you scanned and you did the second scan, it would go back all to color high res. And so you're talking about another 5-6 button presses per every single scan, and that just doesn't work for us. So with that said, so this is I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm going to push my scan button. By the way, I'm using a ScanSnap IX500. I'll put a link to it in the blog post. Scan to folder, and it tells me what the file size is coming in at. So I'm going to put in black and white, one page. So we're talking 0.06 megabytes. I know that is about 60 kilobytes, and we can confirm that by looking at that right there. Yeah, so 55 kilobytes. That was pretty close. And so now I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to change it to color and show you what this looks like. So I'm opening up my scanner dialog. Here it is. So I'm going to do color. I'm going to do it was set up as excellent, and we say OK. I'm going to hit the scan button, and scans in much slower actually on this higher setting. Wow, look at that. 4 megs for one page document. We were at 0.06 a while ago. So I'm going to hit save, one page color. And I think this was at 600 DPI. I mean, that is, so this is the exact same file. I mean, you can notice whenever I open it, look how slow it opens. Just like, doot. It has to go all the way down the page to clear all the resolution. I'll admit it's clear. It's clear as can be. It's crisp. The text is super crisp. For what we do, not really needed. It's way overkill. So yeah, I mean the difference in these file sizes, tremendous difference. So if I were to go ahead and email, let me go into my 29 page example here. If I were to send this to, remember we're supposed to be sending all of our stuff to CL quote and PL quote. So mail recipient, it's going to open up Exchange. Alright, see here it's telling me that's one file, 17 megs, or this could be 10 files and they add up to 17 megs. If it's over 10, we're going to have a problem sending it. Our office is going to have a problem receiving it, and chances are so are a lot of other offices as well. So we've got to get these things down low as possible. So anyway, if you've got questions, I would try that though. I would go into your scanner settings, see if you can change them, make sure that it changes and it retains the settings as you're scanning. Pay attention to these file size numbers. If you're scanning in 1, 2, 10 pages and they're coming in several thousand kilobytes each, chances are you've got a little bit of a problem here. So like I said, this is 29 pages contained in 1.2 megabytes. That's 1198 kilobytes. We've had stuff up to 600 pages fall into that file size right there. Fall into under a 10 meg limit. So check your scanner. Check and make sure that you can change it and it retains that settings. And just see see how it works for you. Let me know if I can be of any help. You can always leave us a comment below. Let me know if this was useful, if these videos were useful, and I'll be happy to record as many of them as you guys want. Thanks so much.